Have you ever noticed how spending just an hour with an extremely talkative person can leave you feeling more exhausted than running a marathon? This phenomenon isn't just in your head, it's a scientifically documented form of mental fatigue that affects millions of people worldwide. Yet most remain completely unaware of its underlying mechanisms. The surprising truth is that listening to excessive chatter literally overworks your brain's processing centers. Neuroscientists at Stanford University discovered that our brains consume up to 25% more glucose when engaged in prolonged conversational listening compared to silent activities. This metabolic demand explains why you feel genuinely drained after extended social interactions with verbose individuals. Historical evidence supports this modern finding. Ancient Greek philosophers deliberately practiced periods of silence between discussions, believing that continuous discourse weakened mental clarity. Pythagoras famously required his students to remain silent for 2 years before engaging in philosophical debate, recognizing that constant verbal input diminished cognitive capacity. The magnifying lens reveals that your brain's neurotransmitter systems become depleted during intense listening sessions. Dopamine and serotonin levels drop significantly as your neural networks work overtime to process, interpret, and respond to rapid-fire verbal information. This biochemical exhaustion mirrors the fatigue experienced during physical exercise. Research from Harvard Medical School demonstrates that introverted individuals show heightened activity in their prefrontal cortex during social interactions, making them particularly susceptible to conversation fatigue. Their brains literally work harder to process social stimuli, explaining why some people feel more drained than others in identical situations. Scientific studies reveal that cortisol levels spike during extended conversations with highly talkative individuals. This stress response occurs because your brain interprets the constant need to process and respond as a low-level threat, triggering your fight or flight system even during pleasant conversations. Historical social protocols from the Victorian era actually recognized this phenomenon. Etiquette manuals specifically advised against monopolizing conversations, understanding that prolonged speaking exhausted listeners. These social rules weren't just about politeness, they were based on observed human behavior patterns. Contemporary workplace studies confirm that employees report 40% higher fatigue levels after meetings dominated by single speakers compared to collaborative discussions. This data has led progressive companies to implement structured communication protocols that prevent conversational monopolization and reduce workplace exhaustion. The solution lies in understanding that your brain needs recovery time between intensive listening sessions. Neuroscientists recommend brief periods of silence or solitary activity to restore depleted neurotransmitter levels. Even 5 minutes of quiet reflection can significantly reduce conversation-induced fatigue. Ultimately, recognizing conversation fatigue as a legitimate biological response validates your exhaustion and empowers you to set healthy social boundaries. Your tiredness after encountering talkative people isn't weakness, it's evidence of your brain working at maximum capacity to process human connection.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.